If you spare a dog, he will never bite you, but men are not so trustworthy. Earlier today, I finished Empire Grasp by Tad Williams, which is the second book in the Last King of Osten Ard series. And by now, guys, you can probably expect where I'm going to go with this. Tad Williams is just one of those authors that is on the instant buy list. Everything he writes just seems to be gold in my eyes. I mean, this dude could write anything. He could write horror, he could write science fiction, he could write a children's story, and I would buy it. I mean, if he wrote a romance story that was 500 pages long, I would probably read it. I probably would. I mean, he could sell me his grocery list at this point, and I would probably enjoy it. Empire Grass is amazing. You can probably see that by now, but yeah, Empire Grass is exactly what I was hoping for in the sequel to Witchwood Crown. I think it improves upon so many things, and honestly, I think Osten Ard is just one of the best fantasy series out there of all time. I think that this is like quintessential classic fantasy. It doesn't matter what else you've read, Osten Ard is probably better. I mean, this is like, it's like this, Malazan, and The Wheel of Time for like the best fantasy you're ever gonna read. Just gonna be honest, guys. I mean, it's just up there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just among the favorites. It's among the best. It's just such an incredible story. And what makes this book in particular so good and a worthy sequel is that Tad Williams just goes there. The scope here is massive. I mean, this is like a Dance with Dragons level of characters and plots. I mean, this is like Path of Daggers level of plots. This is like Malazan, the Bone Hunters level of plots. It's massive. I mean, the scope here is huge. He's got probably at least a dozen points of view in this story. I would actually probably be willing it's closer to 2 dozen at this point. He's got, several large and small plots going on at the same time that are starting to interconnect. I think the thematic work here is incredible. There's a lot of talk about legacy and culture and what it means to be like from an ancient race. What does it mean to be human? And reconciling all of that with, the fact that these cultures are in conflict with one another. And even like the humanization of an evil race, which, I never thought to get from Osten Ard. Just, it's incredible. I mean, this is just, it really kind of feels like Tad Williams wrote Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, and then this is kind of him reflecting on what he has already written and analyzing it and going deeper with it. I mean, like, if you like Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, there is literally no reason to not read Last King of Osten Ard. If you like classical fantasy, if you like fantasy, if you are a fan of fantasy, there's no reason to not read this. Everything is good about it. The characters are wonderfully created, and I think that they match the setting that they're given just perfectly. I mean, these characters encapsulate the world that they are living in, flaws and all. I mean, these are some incredibly well-realized characters. So there's that. The plot is amazing. I think it's a huge improvement over Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, which I liked. I liked the plot, but this is so much better. This is like kind of a Song of Ice and Fire where it's got politicking and it's got this larger threat on the background, and there's a lot going on. It's kind of like it's a more modern classical fantasy, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, it's got that classical fantasy elements, but it feels like he modernized it for our people, I guess, my age or whatever. It's incredible what he does here. So the plot is a massive improvement. I feel like the pacing here has been a drastic improvement over Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. A lot of people are like, yeah, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn is great, but the pacing is a little slow. And while I don't think that this is, a brisk pace by any means, I think it's a vast improvement. If you can get through the Dragonbone Chair, you can get through The Last King Osten Ard, no problem. This is much more evenly paced. again, thematic work here, much stronger. If you like good themes in your stories, Tab Williams got you covered. The prose is probably the best in fantasy, to be honest. I don't know of an author who writes more consistently and better than Tab Williams. Just gonna be honest. The only one who I've tried that probably comes close is Robin Hobb, and I think Williams is a better writer, to be honest. Genuinely, just such an incredible guy. I mean, he is so good at giving descriptions. He's so good at getting you just completely transported to Osten Ard. You can practically smell and taste it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's that immersive. And shout out, first of all, to Andrew Wincott, who does the audiobooks. Don't think that there's a better narrator for this series. I genuinely don't. It's incredible how good he is in this role. But yeah, I mean, like, this is just a great sequel. And I think it's actually surprisingly dark. There are some moments in here where, you know, if you've read something, you know, like Malazan, it won't shock you. But, you know, it's darker than, you know, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. It's darker than, you know, your Lord of the Rings. It's got some moments that are kind of, they're getting close to what I would call harrowing. There are at least like 2 deaths in here that he describes. And it's genuinely brutal, like, to listen to. I mean, like, you know, I'm pretty desensitized to violence, and even there was a moment in here where I went, oh, like that. So yeah, I mean, the action is very well done when it does happen. The dialogue is incredible. I think Williams has some of the best dialogue in any fantasy series I've read. There's just so much he does here, and he does so well. I mean, he's just an all-around great author, and this is an all-around great fantasy series. I can't find anything that would stop someone from reading the series besides maybe the pacing. And honestly, if you can get over the pacing and get immersed in this, you're going to have a wonderful time. This is genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, the series I would probably recommend over anything else I've read. I mean, I would recommend this over Sun Eater. I would probably recommend this over Wheel of Time. I would probably recommend this over Red Rising. I mean, it's one of those series where I think it's deeply underappreciated on, you know, BookTube and just in the fantasy space in general. This guy, Tab Williams, deserves way more hype than we are giving him. He deserves his flowers. Last King of Osten Ard deserves to be one of the best-selling fantasy series of all time. And I'm gonna be the poster boy, I guess, because of how incredible this is. I mean, there are a lot of great authors out there, you know, and I'm not going to say that this is my favorite fantasy series ever. I think Wheel of Time still edges it out by quite a bit, but this just has so much going for it. It has so much sauce. It has so much heart. I mean, this is just one of the most genius fantasy series out there, and Empire Grass is a great addition to it. I think by the end, if Tab Williams can wrap up all these plots and wrap up all these characters and give us a satisfying conclusion, I might put it over Malazan. I mean, it's that good. It's just simply incredible. And what he's managed to do and really bring to the table with his series is nothing short of miraculous. I mean, this guy is a talent, and it's obvious that he loves fantasy and he loves this world. And honestly, I'm just excited for more. I'm just excited for more. Tab Williams is officially like top 3 author. Top 5. I'll say top 5 for sure. But yeah, this really, really, really good book. Please read it. Well, read, you know, The Witchwood Crown first. Then read this. 9 out of 10, by the way. 9 out of 10, easily.